The Community Integration Questionnaire, the CIQ, was developed to assess an individual's level of home and community integration, which is defined in the areas of home, social integration, and productivity. Although the CIQ was originally developed for individuals with traumatic brain injury, it is applicable to all individuals living in the community, regardless if disability is present or not.
I'm so nervous for this appointment. I don't really know where to go from here. Just getting back to living at home, it's all been kind of a lot. I feel like I've mostly just been sitting at home. It's hard not to be discouraged. I used to be so active. Well, I guess I should keep an open mind. Maybe this occupational therapist can help me out.
Let's review the new patient for today. She is a 24-year-old woman with a mild to moderate traumatic brain injury. She just returned to her parents' home after an 8-week stay in inpatient rehab. I think I'll perform the CIQ with her to see how she's doing with the hospital-to-home transition, because I know how important community integration is to life satisfaction. Let's go.
Hello, I'm Lauren. I'm the occupational therapist.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How can I refer to you?
Jessica's fine.
Jessica, it's nice to meet you. So, have you worked with an occupational therapist before?
I think I did in the hospital, but I'm pretty forgetful, so
Okay,
you can remind me what you guys do.
sure. So, the role of an occupational therapist is to help you to engage in your daily activities. So, things that you want to do, that you need to do, and that you have to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, now that you explained it, I remember my OT, Shirley. She was great. She helped me, learn how to play mahjong with my friends again, so she's good.
That's great. That's exactly the kind of stuff that occupational therapists do. So what I want to work on with you today is a questionnaire called the Community Integration Questionnaire. And these kinds of questions will help me to get a better sense of how you're doing in integrating back into the home. Is that okay? Can I ask you some questions?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. So the questionnaire we're going to be discussing today is concerned with your perspective on your experience. Instead of me asking questions and filling it out, you're going to be filling it out yourself. Okay? If you have some trouble with reading or remembering or understanding the questions, it can be helpful to have somebody who knows you very well and has gone through some of these experiences with you to help you fill it out.
Yeah, I think that actually might be better. I have my mom with me. Would that work?
That would work. Are you okay with her answering some of these personal questions with you?
Yeah, she knows me better than myself, so
Okay.
I'm fine. Yeah.
Let's bring her in then. Okay, so hello, Mrs. Duncan.
Hi.
Jessica's requested that you sit in with her for this part of the interview. I just wanted to go over a couple questions from the Community Integration Questionnaire, and she's requested that you be present to help her answer some of these questions. So the questionnaire itself is to be filled out by you, and we want you to focus specifically on Jessica's experiences and perspectives, but she may need a little bit of help reading and answering the questions. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Great. So I'll be here if you have any questions or difficulty understanding, but for the most part, please fill it out to the best you can.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
So do you want me to read it for you, honey?
Yeah, I've been having trouble concentrating today. So.
Okay, that's okay. Alright, so the first question is, who usually does shopping for groceries or other necessities in your household? So it's either yourself alone, yourself and someone else, or someone else does it for you.
Well, I guess you and Dad do all the grocery shopping, so someone else.
Okay. Okay, next question. Who usually prepares the meals in your household? Yourself alone, yourself and someone else, or someone else does it for you?
Well, I've never really been good at cooking, and you and Dad do most of it, but since the injury, I have been doing simple breakfast stuff, oatmeal. I make those banana pancakes.
Those are good.
So myself and someone else.
Okay. And next, in your home, who usually does normal everyday housework? Yourself alone, yourself and someone else, or someone else does it for you?
I mean, you know the answer to this one again, but I'll just say it. You normally do the housework and laundry. I mean, I used to help out, but since the injury, it's been more difficult for me. Like, I don't remember how to do all the things that you need to do and the tasks, and it can be frustrating sometimes. But it has been getting a lot easier since rehab, so I'm able to help out a bit. So, myself and someone else, let's say that.
All right, so now we'll move on to the next question. So these are on social integration. So who usually looks after your personal finances, like banking or paying the bills? Yourself alone, yourself and someone else, or someone else does it for you?
Well, Dad and I usually go through my bills and my taxes together, but I also do like smaller budgets for the week and month on my own. So,
So
me and someone.
yourself and someone else? Okay. So the next one asks you for the amount of times per month you usually do the things I'm going to read out. So the answer options are either never, 1 to 4 times a month, or 5 or more times a month. So the first one is shopping. You used to love this.
I did, but I've been getting, more tired lately. So I'd say around 1 to 4 times a month.
Okay, so I'm just going to write that down. And leisure activities such as movies, sports, and restaurants.
Every weekend I'd usually do something like meet up with my friends at the beach, but recently it's been a little difficult to leave my house. But I do play mahjong with my friends and the girls from the club once a week, so 1 to 4 times a month.
Okay, and how about visiting friends or relatives?
Well, if it includes both friends and relatives, 1 to 4 times a month.
So next question asks about your leisure activities, and the options are either you do them mostly alone, mostly with friends who have had injuries, mostly with family members, mostly with friends who do not have had injuries, or with a combination of family and friends.
Well, usually I just hang out with my childhood friends, and none of them have head injuries but me. And yeah, that's fine. So you can put that one down.
Okay. And next question, do you have a best friend with whom you confide?
Well, Sam, Sam.
Sam.
He's always been there for me, especially since the injury.
Okay. And so we have a few more questions. So we're now moving on to productive activities. So how often do you travel outside the home? Almost every day, almost every week, or less than once a week?
Not a lot, but I would say at least once a week.
Okay. And next question asks you to choose the one that best describes your current work situation. So are you employed full-time, which is more than 20 hours a week? Part-time, which is less than 20 hours a week? You're not working but actively looking for work? You're not working and not looking, or it's not applicable due to retired age, that's not you, or you volunteer in the community.
Well, I'm not working, and I'm also not looking for work. I'm just kind of waiting for my brain to kind of recharge before I get back out there, and you and Dad have been so supportive, so.
You're doing good, I'm sure you'll get there soon. So next question, if you're currently in school or in a training program, and then it asks you if you're in full-time, part-time, or not attending school or a training program.
No school for me. Already graduated.
And how often did you engage in volunteer activities? Never, 1 to 4 times, or 5 or more times?
I don't really do it anymore, but I should get back into it, actually. Jenny was talking to me about that, but no.
Okay. And that's it.
So thank you again for filling this out. So this will be a good way for me to get an idea of how you are in getting back into the community and back into your home. I'm going to score this, and then we can revisit it and discuss what the findings were and what our next steps could be. Do you have any questions until then? No? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, folks.